the aggression is going to be great when you, I would say the first 7 minutes of the game, right? Afterwards, then you got to be a little bit more disciplined because that's where the Lord starts to jump in. And then that's where every single dev will take quite a while to actually come back in.
That's something that we have to keep in mind, right? Because mistakes made in the late game is so much worse compared to the early game, and it will affect you for a completely different set of time. For now, Sora, alongside with Zushin, going to be the main bans coming in from BSE, but CFU getting rid of the Kalir, getting rid of the Fanny on top of the Yi Shun Shin. Not the usual bans you would expect to see on blue side.
Yeah, Hayabusa is still open. You can see without the Kalea, I think perhaps you might see a Garak here in this game or match. But without the Sora, so the approach from our first game, of course, completely different. Eve is also still on the board. Definitely can be picked up here.
Yuzong as well. There's honestly quite a lot of picks here that is very strong, but I feel like the picks that are still open is definitely counterable. But you guys did point out something crucial here, which is Fanny as well. Yusin Shin has been banned out. We got to see whether they want to prioritize any form of junglers. The Hilda ban kind of shows that BS really wants a jungler. The ones that are open up right now, Hayabusa, Lancelot, Joy.
What is the opener then? Okay, it looks like, at least for CFU, they're like, you know what, we're not going to go with the typical stuff, right?
Oh, detective, oh my god.
Yup.
No wonder, yeah.
Yeah, no surprises, but Grok gets locked in. I'm curious to see if they want to lock in the Yuzong here. Are they that confident in the capabilities of Orochi to just try and dominate the lane no matter the matchup, just go in blind?
I mean, why not, right? It's such a good playmaker as well. Can tank you up, and of course, a Black Dragon for him can provide potential outplays for their team. But it seems like they're taking their time here because there are still a lot of options. You know, they can pick up Hayabusa 3, so they can pick up, say, a Eve, right? No Zushin. Eve is a pick to at least solidify that mid-roam duet.
Or just tell Lancelot, hey, here's the kill box, please stay inside, please, I'm begging you, please, sir.
All the injustice in the world.
So now, here's the thing. The Eve is not without its counters, right? Picked up and now it has to deal with the Claude. We gotta look at how fast CFU lock their heroes. Something that has happened before, which I don't think will happen in this game, but Boxy CCCC has used this in, I would say, the last 2 to 3 months, where his Cho will start off with defensive build and then transitioning into a damaged Cho. It really does depend if they're going to be using a supportive mid lane with a tanky EXP. We might see this Cho opting to change it up a bit and become a damaged leader. But again, we don't know. Maybe this game is just, you know, just full-on Cho tank.
I mean, we got to make sure that we have that perspective, right? We got to keep a lookout for it because so far there's really good reason to do so. Both Eve alongside with Carry are susceptible to full damage Cho if necessary. Valentina will follow up ban from the side of BSE while we see on from Coach Tim Go's side, making sure that Fredrin is out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, Lancelot will have a disadvantage going up against a Fredrin, and keep in mind that Cho pick was early just to force that Purify, right? The Lancelot will have plenty of angles when the opponent is on a Purify, so and to add to that, they have a Claude that can jump to the back line as well. That's going to be the Lapu though, ban out.
Oh, very fast. A Yuzong pickup denying it from CFU because honestly the lineup from BSE does not want to deal with a Yuzong. So we got to look at the ban for this Phobius. Quite a good ban. Now I'm really wondering what is going to be the EXP laner because I would say games of CFU win and lose based on Wadu's performance. I'm thinking of something like the Alice, but we'll see whether Wadu really wants that pick or not going up against the Yuzong.
Well, I don't know. That's the big risk that I'm trying to figure out, right? Where, if they're going to take a risk, where are they going to do it exactly? And I think that so far, BSE, after seeing, hey, they decided to go for the Tro this early, after knowing that we have Rocket as well as Eve. Now that they have to go for the Claw to find another Trinity builder, they could have gone for Moskov if they wanted to. It gives CFU a little bit more flexibility. And this is what we were looking at. Now we get the Glue, now we get the Kagura, one which the matchups do decently well, and then finally BSE shows off. You know what? No Hayabusa, doesn't matter to us. We're going to go with Joy. We need the diversity of damage.
It's a very, very bold pick, right? Going up against a Cho, but then again, with apart from the Cho, no one from that composition can really stop the Joy. So it depends on the timing again. Keep in mind, folks, it is still just the best of one. Who will join Onyx in that 1-0 seed, and who will join
Boost Game?
Boost Game. in that 0-1 seed?
It could be anybody. It could be anybody. And I think right now, based on what we're seeing from BSE's lineup, there is potential. If one of them wins the lane and they get a little bit of support from their jungler, I think this game could be done 8 minutes, 9 minutes even.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be day one, game number 2. This is where BSE will go up against CFU. We'll see whether BSE coming in from MDL, can they win the first game here against CFU?
Let's find out. And let's find out what the openers are. It's going to be Detective and Hide on Bush on the same mirrored sides of the map. Purple buff starts, of course. But we'll see whether they want to contest for Lethal Wander early, or do they go and start affecting the side lanes?
It's going to be very key here. You can see here, even Shin here does not rock the Purify, so he's quite confident here. He wants to keep his distance going up against Detective and Zing.
Looks like they're going to be contesting for the Little Wanderer here. And looks like probably Detective got it. Actually, no, Hide on Bush. On the Joy secures it.
Pretty good so far. Boxy is taking a lot of damage, and I don't know if he wants to take any more than that.
Still able to keep his distance as well here. No flickers really triggered, apart, of course, from that retribution. So both teams are keeping their distance pretty well.
Yeah, I gotta say, as a Grokkamate, you're not really all that worried of dying early. As long as you're close to a wall, you kind of feel like nigh invincible. If you die, you're probably going up against 3 members, and you're just not dodging anything. Even as a tank, you gotta learn how to dodge.
Yeah, you gotta sidestep, you gotta maintain some pressure.
Oh, good take from Wadu, right?
Works out exactly how they were expecting it to be. Wadu's playing a really strong game against the Yuzong, giving him like no opportunities to find good trades. But then also at the same time, Oppi, I think the fact that he's trying to be like this aggressive while still having Wilderness Blessing on his side, it feels like he's kind of stretching himself a little too much.
Yeah, I want to see how Black Sentence make sure that Shin gets that level 4 really fast, because again, he is kind of the ace of the team. We got to see how he influences the fight around the turtle, because going up against a Lancelot, it is going to be quite difficult, especially this is Detective's Lancelot. Not easy for Black Sentence to actually get his turtle.
Definitely not easy, but we might see first blood here in this fight. That's Detective taking the turtle. That's real worm collision pop. Immobilization onto his Boxy. That's a 3-man immobilization, but no clear follow-up. That's a pullback. That's going to be Detective and Wadu securing Stephy. So that's both roamers going down, but keep in mind, CFU, they got the turtle.
Very much a lot more worth it for CFU in that fight overall. At least it gives Detective what he's looking for, which is a level lead onto Hide on Bush. But it now gets a little bit scarier, right? Because now the side factors are coming in, and oh, the play!
Yeah, that's a flicker. Also the Way of Dragon. What will it be enough? It will with 3 members on Orochi. So CFU will take that kill.
It's beautiful, man, because even if Cho kicks in the wrong direction, Patrick is there pulling him away from the turret. But I gotta say, Black Sentence, I feel like they're just a little bit too excited.
They're so excited, they're going down. Wadu might just fall next, but luckily he's able to hop onto the rock.
Now an overextension. That is going to be 2 kills for Black Sentence. Oppi finds it. That's going to be Hide on Bush taken down. Oppi now will not be able to escape there, even with the play. Wild charge and RWM pop though.
Let me just say, hold on. Doom against Shing. Shing almost gets taken down. I believe this is Gideon's fault, because he's saying, you know, I'm hoping for more discipline coming in from both teams.
And then
this happens. Hey, aggression, man.
What? No. The discipline comes because Detective didn't die the entire time. He's got a 200 gold lead. Kick!
Oh, that's a Purify pop triggered. Steph is already around hovering, provide cover, but that will be just a trigger spell from CFU.
Your point, Gideon.
My point is that right now, the most important person is the jungler, and Detective has not died and was able to get both of the caps on top of 1 kill. So I'm just saying, these are the teammates you want if you're a jungle main.
So he's saying, you know what, you guys can have all the smoke.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get all the beef that's around it.
Yeah. I get the real tender meat.
Yeah.
Some ribs. Some ribs. They're gonna do it again, aren't they?
Yeah. But either way, yeah, I feel like Black Sentence, as well as CFU Gaming, they're a little bit too excited going for those fights, but the setup was not 100%. Because, again, we talk about Detective on this Lancelot, one of the best Lancelots that the world has to offer, so you gotta be careful.
Gotta be careful here.
See how careful they're going to be, because the tempo is technically in the favor of CFU. And you can see, like, Detective doesn't care about the turtle. I just want to put you behind. Oh!
Two-man knock-up. That's going to be the damage coming through from Wadu. Wadu, though, still able to hold on. Boxy trying to zone Shin, making him uncomfortable. Wow, Detective is on the turtle. Zink joins in. Boxy trying to survive. That's the Black Dragon form, trying to find the target. That's going to be one member taken down. Blazing Duet just to survive, but Hide on Bush will not be able to get out as Claw taken down as well. Take a look at the back line. That's going to be Orochi next on the chopping block. At the end of the day, it's a 2-for-2, but CFU, again, they get the turtle.
Really big mistake here coming in from Zing. I've never seen somebody try to outrun the train. It doesn't work, but at the same time, you gotta start thinking about your angles with that VMI. You don't necessarily just have to go backwards.
I'm sorry, it's hard for me to take it so seriously. They were engaging all the while, and Paxter just has this goofy-ass smile, just
Yeah, I can't.
and then with the movement speed, he's like, look at that. This is the best skin of the game.
It really is. I love the fact that his pupils are literally a pixel. It's so funny. Oh, Zing.
2v1 Sing, unaware of the whereabouts. Great capitalization there. The gold laner from CFU goes down.
Yeah, which shows the aggression coming in from Orochi as well as Hide on Bush. They are not shy of engaging onto anyone. Probably counting the timers as well, understanding that Jing does not have that purify, so it's now or never.
Now I want to see whether this dive is going to work. Because when you see that Grok there, I get nervous. That's why whiffs the entire ult. At least they got it out of him.
Wow, that's a tech charge, a big one, right? And CFU, they're taking their time here. 500 gold just there for them.
Yeah. As long as you wait for the turtle, you should be fine. Because by the time the turtle spawns, the tech chart should be around. All the while, CFU as well as Black Sentence, I feel like it's still good on Black Sentence. Doom, nothing bad has happened to him just yet. Okay, wait.
Oh! The last Purify OP though, jumping in with the yin-yang overturn combo. And that will be Doom falling the first time in this game.
That was good from Stefan. That's how you save a life, ideally. But, I mean, that's still a lot of resources being used. Sin actually lives because Boxy committed so hard onto that initial dive. They still maintain their bot tier 1.
Black Dragon forming, looking for an engage. That's a flicker from Boxy triggered. They want to kill this roamer. It seems like Orochi. They will get it. Now, will there be a response? Seems like Black Sentence will sacrifice their top turret for this turtle.
Zing got that. Looks like Zing will be here for the fight.
That's an immobilization. Detective jumping with the Lancelot. Petrify, a big one! Hide on Bush says hello to the turtle. Down goes Detective. OP finds a kill onto its Doom. The second time in this game. Hide on Bush, though. Still able to provide the damage, but not enough rage. OP flees! Oh! Perfectly timed on that flicker, and he survives.
That was nice.
Someone check Hide on Bush ankles. Are they still there?
Oh my goodness, and it's not done yet. They've still been trading against each other, and Wadu is trying to peel, trying to catch somebody.
Oh, Steppa, no flicker. That's going to be Steppa here in trouble, but Hide on Bush says hi to OP. Finally, he finds that kill.
So when does it end? When does this war end? The fights, the consistent trading. Luckily, at least for those who have short ultimates, are just getting in and back into the fight to use their resources once more.
I mean, this is basically just a boxing match, and the ring is just getting smaller and smaller. They're just forcing each other to fight here. Looking at the build so far, it looks like it is going to be a Holy Crystal for Hide on Bush. And for a Detective on this, Lancelot will be going for that brute force. In terms of the gold laners, they're roughly at an even playing field. The roamers, a bit of difference, but who cares about roamers, right?
But I mean, based on what we've been seeing so far, Stefe, like as much as he's doing great jobs counter-engaging, he's also picking up kills he probably shouldn't have taken up in the first place. Boxy, on the other hand, he's like giving all the kills, but he's also dying a significant amount.
Well,
Can't have both worlds.
probably not going to go for that damage now. Not
Just
having,
you wait.
you know what? My bad. Do you know that he soloed the Lord?
He did, tell the Lord. That was great. I love the ideas that come through, but it does come at a cost, right? If you do want to eventually swap your items, how much more gold for a roamer do you need? Oh no.
That's a dive. That's going to be a knock-up. That's a mouth. Blazing Duet.
Yo.
That's going to be Detective taking Doom again.
What?
Orochi under the turret. Finding the outplay. Now he's still alive. Adu in trouble. That's going to be Orochi still in the game as OP will not be able to escape that one. And ladies and gentlemen, CFU, they got Doom, but they lost 4.
Don't get me wrong, I'm a Cambodian fan. After what they showed us against SRG, I am a fan. But Sing made a huge mistake there, like a really unforgivable one.
Yeah.
He goes under the turret, takes aggro, tries to walk out, doesn't fully de-aggro, walks back in, and he takes like 6 shots.
Miscalculation at its finest.
Oh yeah, miscalculation for sure. But I gotta talk about Stefan, man. As a Grok main, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Detective goes in. It looks like he's able to get out.
Yeah, looks for that steal there, but Black Sentence just too clutch with it.
Yeah, and again, like I gotta talk about his main enemy here is Jing. Jing is having a hard time because of this Grok. Like we've seen in charges canceling out the Blazing Duet. Steve is just using the Mighty Swing.
Yep.
It's like, I'm gonna toss a rock over you. This is just straight up rock bending. And there's nothing that your guns can do to stop me.
They gotta learn.
Oh,
Where's go?
Oh my god, you blink and you miss it. OP obliterated there. It's a 5v4 now with the Lord to play around. Black Sentence definitely on the advantage.
I gotta say, my eyes were wide open and it still missed.
Yeah.
That's how fast it was.
What was that? How did it disappear so quick?
That was wild charge and got the burst. Boxy in trouble. And mobilization in the back. That's gonna be Hawks very vulnerable. Wadu trying to find the escape, but Detective says hi and takes him down. Take a look at the bottom side of the map though. Wadu will be the traits of 1-4-1, 2-4-0 rather. Hide on Bush. Blazing Web from Sing. Oh, the stun. The icing on the cake. Down goes Orochi and Steph. Sing finds the important shutdown.
At least we're saying he's learned his lesson. Just wait for the Grok to do things.
Yeah.
Wait for him to throw out those spells. And once he's done, that's when we go in and hit hard. But my goodness, this glue is doing a lot of work here. I mean, based on what we're seeing, Doom is like really struggling to leave the fight because of the glue passive stacks. And not to mention that his spacing is really awkward.
And it looks like both teams just going ban for ban. Am for am.
Am for am.
They just trading each other. It's like, hey, I punch you, you punch me back. Whoever bleeds, just smile.
I mean, as you can tell, Wadu just the king of
That was a
punishment.
good song,
right
by the
now.
way.
It was a great song.
That's a good
Yeah,
song, yeah.
it's a great song.
But he's taken so much punishment in this game, and it's really hard to punish him overall, right? Nobody really has, like, quote-unquote, enough damage to just one-shot him out of the way. And even for Orochi, it's a real waste of time to fight Wadu for long periods as well.
Now look at this. Both marksmen having the Trinity build, but I gotta say, both marksmen not having a game. They're like, I go in, I die. But you know what? You guys got this, right? You guys got this, right?
Right?
Oh, Doom.
Detective into rumble. Hot on Bush finds the connection. Now take a look at Doom, and that's a quick double 1-2 from Hot on Bush. Take a look at Zing. Still able to rotate around, but that's just 2 members off the board, and Black Sentence can double their gold lead.
Let me just say, this Yuzong has to go to anger management class, man. Like, he's angry. He goes in, jumps onto anyone that he sees, and he gives them the smoke.
As Yuzong should be played, as he should. Oh, Doom's here. Wait.
Oh!
Good read. Boxy now in trouble. Black Sentence inside of the box trying to find connection. Zing, Blazing Duet. Now Wadu is isolated here, but Doom will be taken down. Hide on Bush finds the connection. Both gold laners taking down Wadu now. Trying to buy time. Isolated though. Still able to get out.
Hey.
But that's just a 1-for-1.
He was smart. He's trying to spell them off of the Lord. Yeah. It's just that the Lord does a lot of damage.
It does, and Wadu finally goes down comfortably.
Oh my
so
god.
funny, dude.
It was a smart idea. It's just that the Lord is like, oh, you think you're smart, huh?
You think you can really do that much damage to me, sir?
Hey, feel my lightning.
Oh, so sad, so sad. Doom positioning himself like okay, a lot more far front than I was expecting, but it really did cause CFU Gaming to make a reaction, and that's something you want to see from your opponents. Here comes Boxy. Hopefully he doesn't whiff this time.
Oh, that's a big connection there. Opie falling first in this fight. That's going to be Boxy trying to get out. Oh, the back. Detective finds an angle.
God.
To take the marksman down. You cannot, again, underestimate Detective on this Lancelot. Though that's going to be the Lord for Black Sentence.
Ooh.
And Detective manages to get home.
I'm not gonna lie, it's starting to piss me off that Detective is getting away with everything.
Hey.
Like, he's quantum computing the numbers. What's going on?
Now here's the thing, to be a good detective. Oh my goodness!
The connection, the miscalculation again. Black Sentence. They can just wreak the base, right? They can open up the base turrets here.
I think Sing's just not reacting fast enough to it. And it's just too late. There's no point purifying at that point. He's lost like 90% of his HP. Just let it happen. Wait till you respawn, because at least with your team, you should be able to hold out the waves before they crash into the inhibitor.
I gotta say, this meme might get long. MDL, MPL, and now you might add CFU Gaming there. And I gotta say, Gideon, for you to be a good detective, you kind of have to be a good criminal as well.
You gotta be just a little bit of a good criminal.
You gotta be able to get away with it.
Yeah,
right.
You gotta make sure that you're smart enough to get away with it. But I think that at this stage of the game is where it gets dangerous, right? Because now Claude is a legitimate problem.
Yeah.
For Black Sentence. Nobody can really like walk in comfortably and be like, you do peanut damage. It's please stop.
Yeah. So they just killed him very fast. Has been working so far.
I mean, there is fast, and then there is like, whoa.
Foxy?
I'm seeing Black Spawn.
Why? What? Loses immortality. That's going to be OP in the back. That's going to be OP, loses his left. That's going to be Detective, though, trying to escape. But there, down goes Detective. 2 for 1 now. As Hide on Bush equalizes there. It's a 3 for 1. And CFU, they will lose 3 members just like that.
They've broken the unity, and this is Black Sentence's option. They could close out the game here.
Black Sentence looking to push more. Piranha finding the base turret in the mid lane. That's the mount. Under the turret as well. Can they hold on? They will. Oh, Hide on Bush. That's the burst damage that the Joy can provide. Uppy in 3 seconds. No minions as Wadu is able to clear. And CFU Gaming, they can fight for another day.
I thought the wall blocked him up like perfectly, like just out of the range for him to go for the slam. I really thought they could have closed it out there, but at least for CFU, they are given one more chance. They cannot afford another loss like this. And so far, Sing, he has been underperforming. I don't know whether he needs to make a call to say, hey, my ping is not good, because he's just not reacting to things as fast as we usually expect to see him do.
That's going to be very tough here. And they need to lock in right now, Gideon. I think 4,000 is a little bit too much at the stage. 7 minutes. It's 5 seconds on the clock for that Lord. Black Sentence. What they need to do is just stay disciplined. Don't overextend.
But that's the thing. I feel like CFU has so far showed that they are more susceptible to not playing as a team. They make the executive decision, and then it's vibes.
Okay, Orochi pops the Black Dragon for a multi-tech charge.
Oh my god!
And Zing, 2 main damage dealers off the board. And ladies and gentlemen, down goes Wadu. Soon should be, but Black Sentence says it's enough. Let's go for the Lord and close it out.
I hope I don't jinx things. Shin is still not dying.
Nope.
5-0-21.
Wow.
I gotta say, this game might be different if CFU just pick up that Yuzong early. Because what other options that you have to dive this Eve? At this point, Detective is just killing Doom. But what has Doom been doing the entire game?
Yeah, can't really do much.
Uh-oh, now just 2 members down goes Detective. And ladies and gentlemen, we have Black Sentence in this match. Welcome to the 1-0 seed.
God, I'm so happy for Steffe specifically. He has played in multiple international tournaments, but never have I seen a team that he has been a part of try and punish mistakes like this and do it in a dominating fashion.
I like that I'm looking at Shin, he's just like, I'm unimpressed. Y'all didn't get me once. Just looking at his face like, wait, was that it?
Was that all?
It's like, I came from the MDL to the world stage. I thought, look at him. He's just like, yeah, that was good.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
So nonchalant, so unbothered. I'm so BS right now. See, I voted for them. I knew this was gonna happen.
Props to you. Props to you.
Honestly, I said Busquets and they almost did it.
Yeah, they honestly almost did it. And it's getting genuinely scary how dangerous some of these fights are going to be. Because as we see these fights, it really just boils down to, can I react fast enough to the situation that is unfolding in front of us, right? And I hate the fact that every single time these fights get to an uncomfortable position, Haidonbosch is able to kind of split the teams apart. But it's moments like this where you see this team cannot get out of the RWM. It's not a max value RWM, but it's just enough to isolate targets. And that's what we see BSE E doing perfectly. Isolate targets, 0.5-second windows.
It really is almost like the more experience that you have, the tougher this best of one really is, because everyone knows your habits and they just play around it. Just a bit of cheese here and there, and you're able to take one game off, and that's all they really need. Speaking of, it looks like Eterna is on stage with Shin, and I believe it is going to be Steffe. So we're going to be throwing it over to the stage with Eterna.
Congratulations once again to Black Sentence. Well done. Vibe check. How are you guys feeling right now?
¿Cómo estás sintiendo ahora? Alegre, me siento feliz por haber ganado. I am very happy to win.
Very happy to win. So Shin, right? It's the first time I'm meeting you. This is your debut here at the M Series. We've got to ask, how did your team prepare before coming to M7, especially against a more experienced team?
Llegamos en diciembre para practicar, estuvimos jugando varios días, harta screen y practicando.
Okay, we arrived here in December to do practice, and then we've been practicing till now.
Oh, so they've been here for quite a while, since December. Is that right? So
Porque están acá, ¿verdad?
a month? A month? Were you guys here for a month?
Yes, for a month. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Okay, that makes sense. So for Doom, I'm curious here. I'm super curious. Doom, you guys were able to qualify for M7 through MDL Latam, and then you went to MPL Latam, and then you made it all the way here. How were you able to do that? What was the preparation like?
Creo que sí, entrenando, y creo que todos somos buenos amigos, porque más allá del juego creo que importa mucho la sinergia y la amistad. Y bueno, las cosas se dieron bien y ganamos, ¿no? Estoy alegre por eso también.
Well, we've been practicing a lot. We are also friends, so all of this made us to come to here from MDL to here.
I see. Can I know how long have you guys been friends for?
Somos conocidos, pero con Shin yo llevo mucho tiempo. Con Shin llevo años, como 2 años.
Almost 2 years that they are friends with Shin.
Pero el equipo se hizo este año. El equipo se hizo en agosto del año pasado.
And from the team, they are friends since August from last year.
Oh, so with Shin 2 years,
Yeah.
and for the rest since August.
Para nosotros desde agosto del año anterior.
Exacto.
Y Shin 2 años.
Exacto.
Okay, amazing. That's why we see your gameplay very together. We see the chemistry as well in your gameplay. So before we let you go, after that amazing win, we do want to ask Shin again.
Quiero preguntar para
Do you have a message to your fans back at home?
un mensaje para tus fanáticos. Un mensaje.
Que muchas gracias por el apoyo que nos están dando, que nos sigan apoyando, ganemos, perdamos. Lo vamos a dar todo como equipo para llegar lo más lejos posible.
Okay, so I'd like to say thank you for all of your fans, especially for being supporting us, and we're still happy to continuing. Yeah.
And we're glad to see it, and hopefully you guys go far. Once again, congratulations to Black Sentence! As we throw it over back to our casters.
Thank you very much, Eterna, and shout out to the translator or manager or assistant. This one I don't know, right? But she did a good job of listening what they're saying
Translating
and then
it.
saying it back.
Yeah. Hey, not bad.
We're talking to the greatest analyst of all time, they say. But even so, I do think that at the very least, this game is really showing us. I don't know if this is going to be a trend for the rest of today's first session, but goal laners are kind of getting shafted here. Let's be real. Skylar had a bit of a difficult time, but he eventually found his rhythm. Every
This
other
is
goal lane.
This is the goal laters now.
He was on wide. War Axe, why are you such a good item?
I mean, here's the thing, man. It's their fault.
It's their fault.
It really.
Okay.
I don't want to victim blame, but
Here's the thing, all right? I think Doom, that composition was just so tough
Yeah, for Doom it was very difficult.
I mean,
There's a glue, Lancelot.
there was a lot. I think the detective played an extremely good game, but at the end of it, really what made it tough was Shin, because how do you run away from it? Every single time somebody wanted to walk away from a fight, Shin says, no, I'm gonna slow you down just enough, and if I am lucky enough to have my Yuzong to initiate that fight, more than enough space for me to lay down the RWM and isolate those targets. And that's the beauty of these team fights, because each time it's never, oh, I initiate so hard that you lose the fight. No, it is, we take our time, wait for that right moment, and then once we take out that first target, everybody else is free game.
Yeah, honestly, Shin being the MVP by our official phone partner, Real Me, honestly, he was protected very, very well. He protected himself,
Yeah.
but also we got to look at how fast the team reacted when someone just chases after Shin. In a way, it's kind of like the general there, or maybe even the emperor's like, yes, I'm very good looking, everyone wants me. So
Protect me.
So push them away, you, and let me take care of them. And that's what I imagine is going on in the comps.
I mean, it's fair. It's fair. And keep in mind, right? He went for the flicker, not the purify. So he knows that, you know what? There's gonna be a lot of dives here with the glue, with the Kagura and the Lancelot. So why not just, you know, I trust my teammates enough, and let's just let me bring the flicker.
They've been friends since August.
They've been friends since August, but I think here's the scary thing, right? Because the composition is so designed to like chase down their opponents. It's really about the matter of space, right? How much space can be generated in these, you know, in these set-to-set fights. As we look at this next clip, right? Let's just stop it for just a second, because look at the positioning of where everybody is. A lot of this fight is happening on the outer part outside of this turret, right? So let's immediately start drawing the battle lines. We've got battle lines all across the board here. Most importantly, from this point onwards is where we're expecting a majority of fights to be. But as the fight continues to progress, Doom at 1 HP and Wadu forcing a cheat, just notice that CFU are fighting 3v5 already as this fight continues to progress. And while that is happening, Detective is the only one who's capable to actually chase that back line, while the rest of the team, even including Wadu, struggles to take that space, leaving Detective by himself.
Yeah, and I gotta say, in this game, I'm sorry, but as a roamer, I know how bad it is when I think I have a good setup, but I'm setting up for my team. Look at this. Boxy, he put his team in that bad situation because they're following his lead. He thinks he's going to get a catch.
Yep.
So everyone that is not in position to fight, they're forced to be in that position. But when you're forced to be in any kind of position, it makes it so that you're not in a good situation where you can get away if things goes bad. Like,
well,
basically you're all in and then that's it.
I mean, there are multiple, we're seeing so many examples of like, why you see them, why aren't you moving? Why are you not reacting to the scenario that's in front of you? You see Grok and Yuzong walk into that bush. What do you think is gonna happen? Back up a little bit, right? You don't need complete vision over the board. You just need enough to know whether they're doing it or not. And I think that's the small differences between CFU and BSE. BSE can kind of like, all right, a little bit of information, I'm willing to coin flip it. CFU, I must get you. And you must listen. So even if it's bad, all of us are going down. If it is good, everybody wins.
That's the thing about the Cho pick, right? In this current meta, I personally don't feel like it's that reliable on a roamer. I think maybe, you know, some certain players can pull it off.
I feel like it's player specific.
Yeah, just certain players can definitely pull it off, but in a high tier, there's a lot of reliable quote-unquote roamer heroes that is just easy and direct.
Let's keep an eye out for that throughout the day, right? Because here, I think that Steffe, he clearly knows this matchup.
Yeah.
He's using all of the Grok tech in the book to cancel out abilities, to create space, to deny the second half of the Way of the Dragon 3 times out of the 8 that we saw in the game.
Yeah, and again, like, I like that you pointed out every single part of his kit, from the Earth and Rampant, Tech Charge, Mighty Swing, even just playing around the walls just to make sure that he doesn't die as quickly, buying enough time so that Zing gets out of position, Oppie gets out of position. And then Wadu, honestly, he had a pretty okay game.
He did.
It's just that he can't kill.
No.
He can get onto someone. He can be distracting with that Patras kit. But then when your mid laner dies, and then your gold laner dies, and then as the EXP, you're just like, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
Right? I'm just gonna add stats to